Matt's basement, that's what I meant to say. Ignore Matt, Google Matt, he'll be. So that's the basement of a drug lord in Mexico. And that is why we started the Miami Valley Bulk Smuggling Task Force 2.5 years ago. So we've been doing drug investigations for years the same way. We've never targeted the money that went back to Mexico. You know how much it costs to make a kilo of heroin in Mexico? About $3,000 to $5,000. You know how much you sell it for? $70,000 to $90,000. So what is it? They're in it for the money. They want the money to go back to the drug cartel so they can do whatever they want. So we target the money now. That is the goal. That's the objective. Targeting the money that goes back to Mexico that feeds the nation with poison. Try to reload this. I'm sorry. Next video, we have a helicopter and an airplane assigned to our bulk currency task force. So our helicopter watches over our guys, our eye in the sky, and this is a local parking lot in Montgomery County with a Sinaloa cartel drug lord who's walking through the parking lot after he picks up money from the source of supply here today. And you'll see just some guys with a bin on him. Mexico is very complicated. So don't get me wrong when I say, Mexican population. Be honest. I mean, if you live there, I would probably try for a better life too. There's a lot of people trying to do the right thing. So if I get a traffic ticket in Mexico, I can either go to this line or this line. I can go pay my traffic ticket or I can go pay off my debt. My debt would be going to talk to a drug cartel lord, and he's going to tell me that I need to do 3 shipments up to the U.S. to pay off my debt. If that shipment doesn't go well and it gets taken off, guess what? You got 5 more shipments to do on top of that. So it's not fair. Like I told you in the beginning, it's like trying to explain a watch to you. There's so many different facets to this, and it's so complicated, and there's not a lot of fairness behind it. There just isn't. So the Miami Valley Bulk Smuggling Task Force, I told you that this thing is about money. So in Montgomery County, we've seized over $4 million in 2.5 years, going back to the Sinaloa and the La Familia Michoacan cartels. So heroin, we seized 89 pounds of heroin. When I got into the drug task force back in 2008, I can tell you this. If we saw an ounce of cocaine or crack, we're all giving high fives and going, yeah, we got, look what we got off the street. We got a whole ounce. My guy said, yeah, we got 22 pounds of fentanyl there, right? Good job. Big difference, big difference. 2015 stats alone, 1,638,000. Heroin, 24, that's in grams. Marijuana, still a big cash crop for the U.S., but not near as big as heroin. That's the seizure of fentanyl I was telling you about that happened about a month ago. What's unique, too, is that they have a stamp and they were restamping it when it was here in the U.S. We haven't seen that before. It's usually stamped prior to with the cartel logo. It comes up to the United States. They were waiting until it got here, and then they would mix it and stamp it. That's a bulk cash seizure from the summer. The heroin apprehension team, or the HEAT team, that's the team that works backwards from the overdose, and hopefully through independent investigation with telephone, cell phone data, if there's somebody there at the overdose, it's very hard to prosecute these cases, but we are trying. We're doing our best. Community-oriented policing, that's what I was telling you about our gang guys. They're watching the distribution happen at a gang level. Remember I told you about the 101 gangs that are out there. Felony arrests, 296. Since the inception of 2013 to 2015, 296 gang members arrested in Montgomery County. Active gangs in the area, 101. I know it's kind of small. I tell you what has pushed gangs in Montgomery County is social media. Oh my gosh. These kids get on Facebook and they have notoriety instantaneously, and that's what it's about, notoriety. And it might be 4 or 5 kids getting together and throwing up signs, but next thing you know, to have more notoriety in their school, they have to throw a gun in there. They have to tweet out that they were able to get a gun in a basketball game. When you guys watch the news, they're not even letting parents go to some basketball games because of the gang problems. That's juvenile gang problems, not adult. That's huge. Dayton gangs broken up. This could be a whole nother presentation. Prescription drug drop-off program. I can't urge you guys enough to clean out your cabinets. Put the medicine that you don't need, the prescription, especially opiates, but put the prescriptions you don't need, take them to a drop box near you. Germantown, you guys? Occasionally. If you get them to Germantown, they can give them to us. So, get them out of your cabinets, clean out your cabinets. I'm telling you, that is huge. Number one, if someone knows that you have opiates in there, they will break into your house and steal them. That's how bad the epidemic is now. We take burglary reports all day long, every day, for prescription pills throughout the county. Prescription drug drop-off programs, some more stats on that. If you don't know where one is, though, get with Germantown, or you can get on the Sheriff's Office website. The mission of the Montgomery County Drug-Free Coalition is to promote drug-free community by mobilizing the diverse partnerships, developing, implementing, and supporting environmental strategies. This is an environmental strategy. Prevention effort, holistic approach. This is what it's about. That right there is you guys. That is families of addicts, downtown Dayton at the Montgomery County Courthouse Square. When I say you guys, this is a grassroots effort. This is what makes the difference right here. People getting sick of the problem, which you guys have shown in numbers, and you're coming out to have your voice heard. And that's what that is. So the cameraman, he didn't do a very good job because I was standing off to the left, and he didn't get me or the tent. And Bruce was there with me. They didn't get our picture in there at all. So next year, though, Bruce, we'll get that picture. So heroin and use, I got to tell you, when I first got the